considering this is Operation Sindoor 2.0 as we are speaking about it. My colleague Aditya Rajkol, executive editor, is joining us live from the newsroom. Aditya, take it away to call on the hotline. Of course, things are heating up everywhere, particularly when it comes to India. But then what do you think must NSA Ajit Doval communicated to his counterpart in Pakistan, Aditya?
Well, a firm message for sure. NSA Ajit Doval is known not as a soft person. He is known as a very straightforward person who doesn't mince his words. And that's why this back channel dialogue, although not confirmed yet by the government of India, might I add, is very significant because Pakistan seems to be very desperate to de-escalate. Pakistan seems to be out of options right now because there are multiple attacks that have been launched by New Delhi, be it military strikes, airstrikes against 9 terrorist launch pads in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir and Pakistan, or, again, thwarting attempts by Pakistan to attack our cities, and apart from that also launching drones against the air defense systems and air radars that Pakistanis have in Lahore, Sialkot, Islamabad, Rawalpindi and many other areas. So Pakistan right now is in a huddle. They do not know how to react. And that's why this is significant that Pakistan's Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister, Ishaq Dar, has confirmed to a foreign news channel in an interview that back-channel dialogue is underway between the two NSAs, NSA Ajit Doval and his newly appointed counterpart, General Asim, who is also, in fact, the DG of the ISI. And that he has been overnight made the National Security Advisor also clearly indicates that Pakistan was desperate for a back-channel dialogue at the NSA level. Apart from that, there is the DGMO level talks that are also underway every week once. There is a DGMO level talks, but India is very firm that if you violate the ceasefire, if you continue with proxy war and terrorism in India's Jammu and Kashmir, if you attack civilians in such brutal manner, then get ready. There's much more heat coming up your way across Pakistan. And that's what India has displayed this time. And there are multiple, video proofs and visual proofs of what India has done. Even today, there are multiple videos coming in from Rawalpindi, Lahore, Sialkot and many other places. So as of now, I do believe there's another press conference in a few minutes from now. Vikram Misri, Foreign Secretary of India, and representatives of the Indian Army and Air Force, yet again briefing the media on the latest of what has happened in the last 36 hours since Operation Sindoor was announced in front of the media. And we will hear more details of ceasefire violation, how 16 civilians, including Hindus, Muslims and Sikhs, were killed, how a Gurdwara was attacked in Punch, and how Pakistan is desperate out of options, trying to firm up a response and trying to see how it retaliates in the next 24 hours.
Stay with us. We're getting some other breaking news and flashing on our screens right now. Ladies and gentlemen, all Pakistani content has been banned. This is advisory by the Information and Broadcasting Minister. Content from Pakistan have been banned in India, whether it is OTT platforms and other media platforms. The order is to remove all OTT, all the content which has to do anything with Pakistan. All the content has been removed. Aditya Rajkol is still with us, executive editor. Aditya, you know what? This, I think, really has a larger meaning because wars these days, modern warfare, is fought on social media platforms. Opinions are formed there. I mean, yesterday we had a Pakistani actor, commenting on Operation Sindoor and, whose film recently, Abir and Gulal, if I remember right, was also banned from, releasing here. What is this kind of, don't you think this is a very, very important cog in the wheel of Operation Sindoor?
Sudha, at a time when Pakistan is hatching conspiracies to kill our innocent civilians, at a time when Pakistan continues its proxy war of terrorism against India, at a time Pakistan does not want to give dialogue an opportunity, but continue this vitriolic, jihadi mindset against India. At that time, of course, no Pakistani content, no Pakistani, cricket or any kind of OTT platforms can be, subjected to, Pakistani actors or, giving them a free run or a free ride on those OTT platforms. So a very important 2-page letter has got out to all the, OTT platforms and, publishers, clearly indicating that in any song, any film, web series, ads, etc., if there is any Pakistani, if its origin is also in Pakistan, it has to be immediately taken down. It has to be banned. If not, there will be suitable action that will follow. I believe in the next 24 hours, immediately action will be taken by all the OTT platforms, and this is a significant move. Earlier also, we saw Pakistan banning Indian songs on all FM radio stations in Pakistan, but certainly at this time, this is yet another diplomatic move against Pakistan, clearly indicating that India is not going to tolerate any developments from Pakistan of provoking us into a war. We certainly do not want a war, but if Pakistan continues this terrorism, continues this provocation, then India is also not going to look the other way. Indian Army, Indian Armed Forces, the National Security Apparatus is ready and has all details of how terror camps are still running at the behest of the Pakistan Army. Vikram Misri, Foreign Secretary, would be briefing in a few minutes from now, along with the Indian Army and Indian Air Force, and we'll be cutting live across in a couple of minutes from now on the latest development from the Government of India on what's happening on the border and how India plans to react to the Pakistani aggression and Pakistani rage and Pakistani terrorism against the country.
Right, let you go and we cut into the press conference by Vikram Misri. I want to ask you one last question, is that the doublespeak of it. You says that Pakistan is desperate, they're hiding in corners, falling down the abyss, as it were, in desperation. But look at the doublespeak, the forked tongue. The defense minister, of course, hilariously quotes social media platforms about trying to de-escalate. On the other hand, the prime minister says there is no question of it. What is this? Isn't this a clear signal of being desperate, that you say yes and then you say maybe, perhaps no? I mean, how do you decode this, Aditya?
You know, Sudha, in Pakistan, the right hand doesn't know what the left hand is talking about. And everything that Khwaja Asif or the Pakistani Prime Minister has to say in public has to get approved by the Pakistani military from Rawalpindi. So this time around, statements that are coming in from Khwaja Asif, where initially he said 5 Indian fighter jets have been downed and it's a significant achievement for Pakistan. Then the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Shehbaz Sharif, made similar statement inside the parliament, and the Pakistani public was outraged that where is the evidence? What are you saying? Why are you, believing in such kind of a propaganda? We are not going to believe that. And there's outrage, there's anger. Pakistani politicians in the opposition, including Fazlur Rahman, including Mohsin Dawar, and others, are raising questions on the duplicity of the Pakistan government and the Pakistan army. Now, also Khwaja Asif had claimed yesterday that several Indian soldiers were taken as prisoners of war. But again, by the end of the day, he had to apologize and take back that statement. So Pakistan is in a huddle right now. As I said,
Yes.
They are nervous.